welcome back to the show, all you cyberpunks and retro nerds out there. I'm your host, Tommy the Hammer. Today on Neon Trash, we're going to be touching on a German independent horror film called Blew My Mind. And this movie appears to be a coming-of-age tale of sorts, one that involves a girl slowly mutating into a squid. Now that sounds ridiculous, but it also sounds like it's just right up my alley. I like that sort of thing. I like body horror films. Peep that trailer, give it a look-see, and we'll be right back, motherfuckers.
Ich habe das Gefühl, ich bin adoptiert. Wieso gibt es eigentlich keine Fotos von dir, wenn du schwanger bist mit mir? Wieso sehe ich so anders aus als ihr? Meine Zehen sind zusammengewachsen. Also Syndaktylie, das ist ein Geburtsfehler. Das hat man seit Geburt. Ja, aber seitdem ich meine Periode bekommen habe. Das kann nicht sein.
Was hast du? Waldmann, du musst zu einem Arzt.
Nein. Das erzählst du mir mit mir, sonst mach dich fertig.
Alright guys, let's discuss the movie Blew My Mind a little bit. First, I want to touch on what I enjoyed about this movie. The overall mood and atmosphere to this film is pretty much unparalleled, especially for an independent movie. There's a lot of mood and atmosphere and nuance on display. I thought the music really set the mood. I thought the setting, what with all the muted blues and kind of fuzzy and quiet scenery, really added to the overall punch of the narrative. At the same time, I feel like this movie is not all it's cracked up to be. The main focus of this film is on a young girl, a teenager, a high schooler in Germany, and she's going through a change. She gets her period, and then it starts getting really weird. Her toes start fusing together, her legs start bruising up and scaling over, and it's apparent that our main character is going through some sort of a terrifying metamorphosis. My biggest gripe has to be with the overall narrative, and most of these characters, they're rather unlikable. They're teenagers, they're full of piss and vinegar, there's a lot of angst, and they make a lot of horrible and ugly decisions throughout the entire film. So it was hard for me to gravitate towards our main character. There's a few parts that just didn't make any sense, and her parents, these characters, they know their daughter is troubled. She goes and sees a psychiatrist. Well, about halfway through the film, they decide to leave her alone and go to a wedding. It seems completely, uncharacteristic for a couple of parents that supposedly love their daughter. And at the end of the film, there is an amazing prosthetic attached to our lead. From the waist down, she gets this gigantic fishtail, and it's all hands-on rubber suit prosthetics. I really appreciated that. Very little CGI at the end of the film, but nothing to really detract from the overall movie altogether. So I gotta give, a lot of props to the special effects crew for going for a more simplistic, old school horror movie approach. There's some major narrative missteps that I just really can't get around. Out of 10 stars, I think I could give the movie Blew My Mind maybe a solid 6.5 out of 10.